want to share tips and tricks with you guys every week. And this week, I want to show you what we do for working in the cold. And some of you out there watching this may think, oh, well, what does he know about working in the cold? Well, today it was -6 at the start. It's currently 1 degree. There's that for evidence. And then I spent the better part of 5 years working in Antarctica. And I did 4 winters, one including being at the South Pole. So yeah, I know a little bit, just a little, about working in the cold. Anywho, the biggest thing you can do is worry about layers. Layers are critical. You need to be able to shed layers, you need to be able to add layers. And you don't need to spend a ridiculous amount of money on really high-end, super nice, alpine style materials that have nice flashy names on them. I don't have, well, I guess that's not entirely true. I do have a couple layers on that have some brands on them. But my base layer is a pair, on the bottom half anyway, is a pair of flannel pajama bottoms. Just regular old pajama bottoms. And a pair of Dickies pants on top of that, and my legs are set. No problem. The torso, or midsection, or core, is, I think I have a cotton base long sleeve shirt, and then I have a synthetic base on top of that. Just a regular run-of-the-mill, you buy it at whatever department store you happen to shop at. Nothing super techy. And then the sweatshirts that you see us wear with the logo on it. Oh, yep, there we go. And then on top of that, I have a flannel button-up. And I really like having a flannel button-up on top of my sweatshirt, because the sweatshirt really is a great layer. But the flannel has a great ability to block just wind. And so the wind is really your enemy. So you want to be able to block the wind far enough out away from your core that it prevents the other layers from rendering being useless. So that's really critical there. And then, just regular, whatever heavy and wear resistant jacket that you happen to wear. There's a bunch of brands out there. I happen to be wearing Berne, B-E-R-N-E. I never heard of it before I bought it. It works really well. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th winter on this one. And yeah. So, on my feet, that's usually a hard one, right? So the feet and the hands are the worst. Trying to keep them warm. And so I'm wearing a pair of Baffin boots that only wear when it's single digits or negative. Otherwise my feet get way too hot. That is more of the techie, higher end style of boot wear. Really recommend it for if you're willing to be out in these temperatures, and especially for someone like myself who will stand on scaffolding for hours on end, and I'll be driving nails all day, so my core is getting worked, my arms are getting worked, but my feet are just sitting there doing nothing. You gotta have a good pair of boots. Absolutely. And for headwear, I always have 2 hats on, always in the winter time. I'll have something with a brim, and then the regular pullover knit hat over my ears. And I've gotten a lot of comments over the years of why do you do that? And it's because I don't like the knit hat rolling down towards my eyes, and I really don't like snowflakes going in my eyes. So by having the brim hat, I can have that, and it's a layer system too, so it's easy to cool the head off pretty easily, still having some coverage, because being bald, you go cold pretty fast. And there's that. So why have so many layers on your core? Well, the core is the most important, and that's how you keep your hands warm. That's how you keep your feet warm. If you don't get your core to be at a certain temperature, your body will automatically draw in all of its extra blood to keep the core warm, to keep your heart safe, to keep your brain safe. And so what you need to do is you need to overload your core. You need to have as many layers as possible on that core. And the more layers you have on your core, the faster your body will realize that it's safe. You know, once you start breathing this cold air, no matter how warm it is inside your car, truck, house, building, whatever you're working in, and you're going to be out in the cold for a long period of time, you need to get your core to protect the rest of it, everything else. So that's why I have multiple layers on the core, and I can always, you know, unzip, unbutton, whatever it is to make it easy to, you know, to regulate my temperature if I get too uncomfortable or if I start sweating. You don't want to start sweating. That's a big danger, especially in the middle of the day. You're really busting it, the sun's on your back, and it's, you know, 2 degrees outside, and you can be sweating pretty good. You need to be able to keep yourself from doing that, because once the sun goes down and temperature starts plummeting again, and now you're -10 and it's really cold, it's dangerous. So you want to make sure you can regulate your temperature with layers that have ability to lessen the coverage pretty quickly with zippers or buttons. And once the core realizes, yes, it's fine, it's cold, yeah, we can see that, we can tell from the skin temperature that it's cold, we can see that the air coming into your lungs is cold, but the reality is your heart's staying good and warm, your lungs are staying good and warm, all your other organs are staying good and warm. Your body will start releasing that blood back to your appendages, and your feet will stay warmer and your hands will stay warmer. And that's why you'll at some point probably see me working in the cold without a glove on, because my core is so warm, my hands are staying warm. So that is your tips and tricks for this video. All right, hope you enjoyed.